Water bill, bank statement, insurance, no idea. Bank something. Oh, that one's interesting. Thank you, Qantas. I'll open that in a second. The worst bit of mail that any pilot can receive. I don't know whether you subscribe to this as well. I know we're using electronic flight bags, but this is the Airservices update to the departure and approach plates for IFR. I don't know why I still get the paper versions anyway. What you have to do every time is open this up, open the second bag. Why are there two bags? Hang on. So here is my guide to what I do when you have to update your departure and approach plate. Number one, take the ridiculous amount of plastic off, throw on the ground. Check if the page has updated and find the pages which have changed. All great. Take these two pages, put the other massive pack down. Don't get those out of order because you'll be. Step two, find the corresponding airport in your current version. Step three, once you've found the airport, find the actual chart that's changed. Because they don't give you the whole airport. No, just the specific pages that have changed. Step four, remove the old. Important point, do not get old charts confused with new charts. Place new chart in binder. Step five, close binder. And repeat 5 million times. By the time you're finished, your floor should look like your bedroom floor when you were a 16-year-old. God, electronic flight bags are definitely the future. Okay, we're supposed to be flying today. However, the weather today is not really what we were expecting. Oh, all right, might need to change the location here. Look at the ants. They're on my shoe. They're on my shoe. They're on my shoe. No, this yuck. I was going to stop there because you get a good view of the sky, but those ants were. Ugh, hate ants. So yes, the weather had very different ideas. I don't know whether you can hear me over this wind as well, but this is kind of a bit of the problem. So the idea today was to take Tango Delta Sierra up for a quick practice flight, and then I was going to take a friend of mine, actually a work colleague, flying this afternoon. We were going to go and do the Melbourne city orbits. It's low level, so you do the whole thing at about 1,500 feet. So on days like this, when you've got a bit of wind, you're going to get some turbulence down low. There's a severe turbulence warning at Melbourne Airport at the moment, the international airport, and there's moderate to severe turbulence warnings in Moorabbin as well. So it's not much fun. Now this is a really important part of life as a private pilot, because you're going to get your license and people are going to start asking you if they can go for rides. Believe me, it happens all the time. But when you've got a time constraint, this is when it can become a little bit dangerous, because the temptation is to think, well, I have to do the flight at that time. If I don't, it's never going to happen. They're relying on me. I'm the pilot. I should be able to. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But this is where you actually need to be the pilot in command, and start making those difficult decisions. And that's kind of what I had to do today. So this is how I made the decision. So I was looking at the weather. I'm going to sit down in the grass. I'll give you a quick bit of background on the way that I plan a flight when it comes to weather. I think 4 stages. First one is about 7 days before I want to fly, I check the long range weather. I use a, Google Weather, Weather Zone, whatever app you kind of like using for generic weather. And I just check roughly what I think it's looking like. So if there's a big sunshine on the day, you're probably okay. If there's a big thundercloud on the day. Then secondly, 4 days out, I jump onto the Bureau of Meteorology website and I pull up the 4-day synoptic chart. At that point, if there's, isobars are well spaced or big high pressure sitting over, you just think, yeah, do you know what, we should be all right. If there's thin isobars, fronts coming through, troughs, all that kind of thing, then I start to think, oh, maybe we might need to look at shifting the date a little. The day before the flight, now this is a good trick my instructor taught me, is that here in Melbourne, we can use the Melbourne International Airport. that's Tullamarine over in that direction. Their weather comes out 36 hours in advance. So the day before you're flying, you can actually check Melbourne's TAF and get a pretty good indication of what's happening here at Moorabbin if you fly from Moorabbin. If you're at Bankstown, check the Sydney one. Then on the actual day of the flight, then that's when you do your normal weather checks. You check your local TAF, you check the area forecast, all that kind of thing. But my point is you can get a pretty good indication of the weather quite a long way out, and it's good to get into that habit. But the best thing you can do as a pilot when you're flying with passengers is try and set their expectations. If you know 7 days out that there's probably a 50-50 chance of thunderstorms coming in, you can prepare contingencies. If you know 4 days out there's maybe an 80-20 chance of thunderstorms, again you can do that. And if the day before you're pretty certain you've got storms the next day, then don't bloody fly, go to the pub. Right, I'm going to head back home now before the rain comes in. I hope that was useful. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts about weather and planning. I don't want to get too much into the details of planning with this channel, but I do want to get into a bit of the background of your responsibilities as a pilot, and you know, just try and give you some tricks of what you can do. Try and make your life as a pilot a little bit easier and safer for yourself and your passengers all round. So I hope you found that useful. Give us a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, travel safe. I'll catch you again soon. Here comes the storm.